Good evening, wherever you are in the world of darkness. This is a scene for the Rage Across New York venue. Today we find ourselves in the Sept of the Green, near the Cub Cabins. Today is an auspicious day in the lives of many of the members of the Sept of the Green that went on the trip to assist Winter recently, as the ban that they took to enter the glacier realm has magically been fulfilled, and they are all able to do the things that they gave up for their entry price into the realm of glacier. One particular cub Arun, Chino, gave up his kinfolk, his life, his family, everything that he essentially was, to assist the loon spirits. Today he gets that back, and in spectacular fashion they have paraded back onto the Sept in a small caravan of 6 vehicles, older Chevys and other classic cars, waxed and washed to the nines in this cold winter day. Doors hanging open with Hispanic gangbangers hanging out the windows, loud rap music playing. They invade the Bon area and park in the parking lot of the Sept. Of course, they park across parking spaces because parking spaces are for nerds. And they make a little kind of half circle in the parking lot. A couple of 50-gallon drums are yanked out, and fires are started in the 50-gallon drums. Nothing too elaborate, but just something to keep warm. A couple of picnic tables are pulled up, and due to the cool weather, things such as food spoilage really isn't a real big thing. I don't care what you say, MA. It's not really a big thing. So a full spread on one of the tables is laid out of nothing but sandwich fixins. Bread, ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato, various condiments. Nothing's assembled, and then a big red bow is placed across it. It just says, "For Ren, from Chino. Happy Glacier Day." And a large tower, almost like a beer tower you would find in a frat house, of Nestle's strawberry milk is in one corner of the table. A few other tables are put together with various food implements. A couple of grills are pulled out, and meat is cooking on the grills, and various alcoholic beverages are obviously being consumed. If you are astute to that kind of thing, you might smell something that might be slightly on the illegal side being smoked, as well as the smell of cloves and loud Hispanic music and voices. Wading into this like a babe going home comes one very large Chino. He wanders over from the workout area, still slightly sweaty from his workout, and wades into his brothers, sisters, cousins, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles, and slides into that well-worn glove of family that he has missed for so long.
As Chino goes back to his people in this like big celebration on the set, there's Mega walking back from his shift, and he's walking back to the Stargazer's treehouse to go home. Just like got his jacket on, it's quite tight because it's quite cold, and he hears him first. He hears this noise, and he thinks, "What the hell's going on there?" And then he sees him from a distance, and as he gets closer, he realizes they're 18th Street, which are Roanoke's people, and which he's had to deal with in the past. And initially, he thinks maybe like, I don't know, like maybe one of them's kind of hurt, so he kind of like jogs over there. But then as he gets closer, he sees it's just a big party, and he just like kind of walks over into them and like goes this level, "Hey, hi, Hey guys, what are you guys doing here?
And May, for her part, has seen this sort of outrageous noise and partying before, so after laying out a deck of cards in the windowsill so that they are out in the moonlight proper, she will bundle up and forge boldly into the cold to go check out these shenanigans.
Lucas, for his part, is already out there and a little bit transposed, actually. Above the scene, there is a magnificent plethora of different tree houses whose various forms and numbers go ahead and change on a daily basis because the magic of Shanshu. In any case, he is showboating at the moment. Looking to the sky, getting a point of rage, using that rage to go ahead and activate city running, and with his merit of perfect balance, he is showboating. He is basically walking on his hands while trailing the railing. Because lol.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Olaf's been sitting on the porch of his cabin for a while. He's not staring at everything else. He hears it. He senses it. He counts the days he has left until he starts losing things like fingers or an eyeball. But until that day, staring at that goddamn rock, he's pretty sure it moved another foot. He's not 100% certain, but he's pretty sure, like he's been pretty sure over the last few days, that thing has been inexorably drawn closer and closer and closer to his home. Thinks about it. Thinks about the weird additions that have been popping onto his house ever since the day he sensed the presence of that goddamn beanbag couch. At least the beanbag couch could be easily explained. People just throw things in his house sometimes. He still remembers the day he found a dead raccoon in there. But it was around the time that he suddenly had a kitchenette and a bathroom and modern plumbing that he started to question his own sanity. Had these things always been there? Had he simply ignored them for some time? Or were they added? He had no way to confirm, no way to tell. They were just little nuggets of information lost in his mind, just like the exact geographic location of that goddamn rock. He smokes cigarettes and grimaces, knowing that, like many events, he simply can't stop these things from happening. They've gained too much momentum. Too much blood would have to be spilled to change the tide. So it all flows on around him.
Well, in that case, as Maeve is headed towards the pure chaos, Maeve will pause and glance over to Olaf, who's staring at a rock, and she's going to look at him and follow his gaze to the rock, and look at him, look at the rock, look at him, raise an eyebrow.
It moved.
Looks back at it. Olaf, that's a rock.
It moved.
Like a really big rock.
I swear to Gaia, it's moving.
Olaf, I think maybe the pressure's getting to you. Why don't we go get something to eat? Which, come on.
Nobody believes me. But that goddamn rock is moving.
Well, we can investigate that, but But how about for now? You come on over and we get something to eat. Maybe something to drink. Are you dehydrated?
There's a bottle of whiskey sitting next to him.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you just bring that with you? Come on.
Olaf carelessly paws at the fifth of Jack Daniels, drags it around like someone might drag a ball and chain.
Chino, partying with his friends, sights the good doctor come running over with the worried look on his face. He kind of pushes himself away. Oh, Doc, oh, yeah, it's good thing you're here. Oh, I got this pain. Oh, it's a horrible pain. Oh, you got to see it. You got to see it.
You still in?
You still there? Mega?
Oh no, we lost the doctor.
Mega?
Come back to us.
Mega?
I think his mic might be busted. Do you need a reload, man? Well, then let us continue while we wait for him to get his stuff fixed.
Gino, noticing Mega kind of talking to one of his brothers or sisters, kind of forgets his joke for the second, and then looks up at Olaf and May coming down the hill. Snow White! Hey, come join the party. Look like Olaf already started. Good for you, man.
You ready for Saturday?
What?
A fucking lab.
Are we going on that?
You, I don't know. Him, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, he will be in good high spirits. Nudges Olaf along in front of her. He is the safety. He is the safety!
Chino grins, and the kind of the kinfolk around him kind of go, yeah, woo! Chino like, yeah, that's right. What we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Well, plan is usually break shit and hurt people. We're gonna break shit and hurt people.
Chino kind of looks around. We do that good, yeah, woo! And at this point, you see one of the guys with the hydraulic remotes that's hooked up to the car starts making one of the cars start bouncing. Ooh, yeah! We do that shit good. Oh, look, 6 feet. He goes 6 feet.
While they're bouncing cars, I think Ren and Mikhail will be wandering up in one another's company, coming from the north. Just kind of strolling in. On Ren's part, it's a little bit slower the closer they get, and the louder it is.
Have faith, you told me.
You don't think they got a permit for this, do they?
Oh, I have faith that they do.
I think you're mocking me.
You're the one who made a guy eat his own eyes. God.
I didn't do that. You made that up. That's not a thing.
They just didn't magically get in his mouth.
Gross. That's disgusting.
That's what I said. I told you to stop. You were like, no, he won't talk. Torture him. I'm like, we don't do that. That's horrible.
She gives Mikhail's shoulder a pat. It's okay. Someday you'll be as constitutionally strong as I am. You won't shirk from your duties and torturing people.
I would have been all right, but he stabbed my toe.
God damn it, Mikhail.
Like I didn't have these protective toe coverings like I needed. God.
Do you see Chino in that mess? I wonder if he'd bring a car around for the snakes.
Well, there's one way to find out. Call out for him.
Rin gives him a look. She's not shouting in or over this mess. But she starts ducking around people, looking for Chino.
Chino is easy to find. He has now hopped up on the hood of a car and is dancing badly in a fairly drunken state. And he sees Ren moving through the crowd. And he's like, "Oh, Ren! Look, look!" And he starts pointing towards the table. "You can make us all sandwiches again!" And the whole crowd goes, "Yeah, sandwiches!"
Ren,
It's almost
Ren
as if it
looks
was planned beforehand.
He's pointing. And she just kind of stares at it for a minute and tries not to think about eyeballs.
Chino
that
hops
for
off
me?
the car. Chino hops off the car and runs over and kind of puts his arm around it. "Yes, this is all for you. Go to it, girl. I know this make you happy." He pointed at Olaf. "Look, Olaf, he need a sandwich. Look at him. Look at him. He need a sandwich. He need a
Maybe
double
pokes her
Olaf.
head around the side of Olaf and firm nods.
Olaf is blankly staring at this entire hullabaloo with an unfiltered cigarette hanging out of his mouth and a bottle of Jack limply hanging between his fingers.
This is my intelligence medicine check to see if Olaf needs a sandwich.
Based on your personal history with this particular character, I can tell you that he has a fairly high metabolism. It's not if he needs food, it's just a matter of pacing. There's also the fact that he has obviously been abusing alcohol tonight.
So it's not does he need a sandwich, it's how many sandwiches does he need? And I think the answer at this point is probably yes.
Ren gives Chino a hug with one arm and then heads over to go make some sandwiches. She's not proud.
Fuck yeah, sandwiches.
Walking through all this mess is Mega trying to make head or tail of what's going on. He's been talking to all these guys that he knows is the 18th Street, and he knows they're kinfolk, but they're just, he's like, what's going on? And like, he'll turn around and he'll look and he'll see Chino, and he's possibly seen Chino in the past to do with these guys because there were no connection. But he'll look at him, and he'll just he's got recognized Guru. So he'll just look at this guy and just go up to him and go, hey, sorry, I forget your name, but I know we've dealt with each other in the past. When the hell did you become a Guru?
Kind of looks at him. "Guru? What the fuck are you talking about, yo?"
Guru, werewolf, come on, dude.
"Huh? That's some kind of doctor thing?"
Are you okay?
No, I got this pain right in my ass," and he points at Olaf, "and it's right there. Could you help with that?"
Well, I could get the gloves and I could get some lubricant if you really want, but it's up to you.
"I think he need that, yo."
Yeah.
I don't know, you're the one in pain.
Distro. Yeah.
Come on. Enough messing around. I know that you don't need me to look at your ass. Come on, what's going on here? And when have you, when have you become? I know. Look, I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't know your name. Like, you know me. Sorry, what's your name again? Is it?
Ignorance. Ichino, yo.
Oh, Chino. Well, sorry, Chino, but look,
No.
I can tell. I can tell what you are now. Come on, it's like, what is this?
He grins and he kind of, yeah. Be a couple months ago, I think. Stuff happened.
Ah, so you're one of the Cubs giving Olaf a ton of shit then?
Yeah.
Oh well, I suppose you're giving the Den Father something to do, but
He grins kind of widely. Oh, yeah.
But- okay, look, none of you guys are hurt, which is good, I assume. But so why the party? What's going on here?
Oh, I don't know. You hear about that thing at Christmas? Yeah?
Which thing at Christmas?
The loon spirits, they come and ask us to do something for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we have to go somewhere and we all have to give up something we miss or something important to us. Well, Chino gave up his family for moon cycle. And today is last day, or yesterday was last day, so today, first day he can see them for a month. So
Wow.
we party.
I can understand. I know how close you guys are to each other. So, well, I'm glad it's over. You know, spirits can be a bit of a bitch sometimes with what they want you to do, but you did it.
Yeah, good. They good. I missed them a lot, but they okay.
Good stuff. Well, so no more have been shot or stabbed recently?
Not in the last hour. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Well, that's good. Are you the only, are you the only cub around here, or are there other people knocking around? Says Mega, just like scanning this crowd of kinfolk.
Oh no, man. Yeah, there's Snow White over there, and he points at May. And then there's Lucas, and he points up at Lucas. Those are the other two cubs.
You point at the place where there would be Lucas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's a tiny bit of blur there.
They point. Yeah, they're Lucas, but he doing his crazy hidey thing. So that Lucas. But there are others, but they're not here.
Okay. That's cool. Well, hey, it's a pleasure seeing you, man, and it's like good to know you're one of the new cubs. I'm just gonna go and try and find who the hell's Snow White?
That her, May.
May?
She I don't know what the fuck she is. She talked to the spirits, yo.
Okay. Oh, this way.
Yeah. She over there hanging out with Olaf.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just gonna go over. I think her name rings a bell. I'm just gonna go over and say hello, and make her respectfully give a nod to this to the drunk Chino,
Okay, yo.
and walk over to a very depressed-looking Olaf, and this young woman that he's not seen before. Hey guys, how are you doing over there? You okay, Olaf?
Oh, me? And he takes another swig from the bottle. Yeah, I'm good.
And
It's very notable that, like, he's swigging out of one side of his mouth and smoking out of the other.
And are the scars and is it noticeably now that he's been scarred since Mega's last seen him?
Though, oh yeah, that is the left side of his face.
Mega would just see the damage on the left side of his face and just give a intake of breath through his teeth. Well, it seems like having responsibility over others has its downside. Are you holding up with all this stuff that's been lumped on you?
Oh, me? Yeah, I endure.
Well, that's good to hear. We need you to endure. You're one of the major pillars of the sept, I think. So,
If you say so, Doctor. If you say so.
and sorry, but Chino called you Snow White, and he looks over at Maeve.
No, she's probably standing right alongside Olaf. Gives him a pat on the shoulder when he's laughing, because we all know it's true. Olaf's in denial. And she'll perk up and stick a hand out. Hey! It's good to see you again. Sorry I couldn't actually talk like people last time.
Oh, oh, see, she did write her name in the ground, didn't she, with a paw? Yeah. So, oh, of course. Yeah, you was in Lupus last time I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's Maeve.
oh well.
I was doing a 3-day stint to become accustomed to my wolf side,
Okay.
so I wasn't allowed to shift.
No, fair enough. You gotta do what you gotta do, but it's nice to know everybody in every shape they come in, just so I know who's who.
Yeah, hair color doesn't change, so there's that.
Yeah. So, and so yeah, so you're another one of the infamous cubs.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't know that Chino there was one. I know him from, well, let's just say other stuff beforehand. And
He's
I met
one of
Albert.
the more recent.
Yeah, and I've also met a young guy called Albert this morning as well.
Well, you heard about Senna, right?
Yep, I do know Sinner's a cub too.
All right. So she'll sit here and like literally count out on her fingers. There's myself. And she'll kind of glance up and look around. Lucas, wherever he went, kind of.
And
looking-
let's see
looking.
how he does with the dismount off from the tree houses.
Does he just look like the Predator when it's cloaked? Like, jumping around.
A little bit. 1, 2, 3. Rustling the bushes over there. An unseen presence.
Yep. So that's probably him over there, doing like he do. And then after us, I forget the order, but in rapid succession was Talia, Chino, Albert. It was Albert, then Talia, then Chino, and she's literally counting on her fingers. And then Cinna, and then most recently Addie. I think that's
Okay.
all of us.
Wow. Gaia has certainly blessed the sept with lots of new blood. That's always a good thing.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of theorizing that the more that come, the more we're needed, so I get the feeling it's not necessarily a good thing, but, I mean...
Well, guru are few and far between these days. If more kinfolk are tuned and changing, that's good.
She'll nod and cast a suspicious look back at the bushes.
Oh, but by this moment, Ren, perception alertness.
Ooh. 2 successes.
Do. Yeah, there's a plastic fork that goes ahead and sort of just flies across your sandwich making station and makes a clattering sound on the other side. And when you go ahead and look back, one of the sandwiches that you were just completing is gone.
Ren blinks. She's been kind of languidly piecing together sandwiches. Just contentedly.
So zen.
So zen. And now there's a sandwich gone. She wanders over to pick up the fork.
Nothing special about the fork, it's literally just a fork.
I was just half figuring you were going to be like, the other sandwiches are all now gone. You looked away too long.
Yes.
Are they? Are all the sandwiches gone?
The sandwiches that you were making have actually been transported into the hands of several of the cholos, actually.
Ren goes back to the head of the table and starts making more sandwiches.
As one of the cholos passes by, Olaf stuffs what's left of his whiskey bottle into that particular gentleman's hands. He does keep the cigarette, though. Even in his current state, he remembers to put it in a plastic baggie once he puts it out. Not that it changes the overall outline of his face that much, because he lights another one not long after. He's been smoking a lot these days. Ain't found Amara yet.
If she wants to be by herself, then let her be by herself. She's kinfolk, she has family, just give her time. Although, to be honest, myself and Leah are pulling our hair out over it, but she'll turn up when she turns up.
When her people don't want to be found, well, most of the time you ain't gonna find them.
Well, she's now, like it or not, she's now part of the whole big Krykos mega clan, so she's gonna have to learn to deal with it.
Maeve will glance back and forth between them. I mean, it's not like she doesn't know where to find us.
No shit. I mean, be kinda difficult not to find me. Look around. And there's like not only is there all sorts of noise and clamor, but the longer the cubs have been in their residences in the barracks on either side of Olaf's place, the longer it has started to become like a training ground of sorts. There are very clear areas where the cubs have been sparring. There are very clear practice weapon racks that have been set up. This place is starting to become the unofficial proving grounds for cubs, if only because Olaf lives here and keeps them near him.
Well, it certainly does look like you've been busy. I'll give you that.
Well, got to the point where I had to set up proper barracks, keep things close to home, especially when the cops were crawling around, taking up our usual spaces. Anything that works in a pinch, I guess.
Are we still getting in trouble with that, or have they backed off now? I mean, the cops, I mean.
They've backed off for the most part. I mean, letting the regular precinct back in is definitely going to help things. Stop pressing the local businesses so much. Stop pushing people out. Money will start flowing back in. Things at Red Bones will get started back up one way or the other. We'll have to see how long, public attention lasts. See, with the recent reopening of the park, we're going to have a boatload of tourists. The storm might be a blessing, fend them off for a minute.
Well, there's always been people in the park, but thankfully, we always have our special little places that they can't get to.
Noddle. And Maeve's going to separate herself from that pair and meander over to where Ren is making sandwiches. Because sandwiches.
From behind Rin's head, just two fingers, bunny ears that twitch and disappear.
Let me see let me see if Maeve can keep her shit straight.
If you want me to retest, we can retest.
Are these behind her head? I mean, she's pretty, there's a lot of noise. She's pretty content to make sandwiches.
Yep, behind your head.
I don't think she probably has any idea.
It's like the photobomb. Let's see if Maeve can not fucking lose her shit laughing. Yeah, she does fine. She kind of glances up and at most Ren, if she looks over, might register that Maeve kind of looks up and past her for half a second. But she manages not to giggle or give it away or anything like that, and will step up to the table and kind of gesture to the finished sandwiches. And, you mind?
No, not at all. Just make sure Olaf gets some.
Oh, I will. And she'll probably stack up like 3 in one hand before taking one for herself in the other, stuffing it in her face and trotting back over to Olaf.
Thank you.
She'll bobble her head and kind of around the sandwich.
The sandwich goes right back at you.
Is
When
he
you look-
literally like standing in front of her, moving the sandwich that is in her mouth?
No, but he's in the bushes right beside you.
Takes the. Can I at least get a vague direction since he's making noise from directly beside her?
Oh yeah. He is like he's in the bushes like right in front of you. You recognize Lucas's mannerism. We go and
She will. She is going to whip that sandwich out of her mouth and pitch it at him.
he's gonna try to catch it.
He probably will, honestly. I won't even necessarily roll for it. She just, like, wings this sandwich into a bush.
Before the sandwich actually hits the bush, a hand goes ahead and springs out to catch it, and then hold it back for you.
The fact that it doesn't immediately disappear kind of startles her for a second, so she'll pause, shrug, take her sandwich back, and continue on her merry way. And stuff it back in her mouth. And then Olaf is presented with a pile of sandwiches.
Olaf paws the sandwiches out of Maeve's hands casually, sticks his cigarette between the fore and middle finger of one hand and just starts cramming sandwich into his face. It's almost like watching a bear lazily stuff whatever it's happened to forage into its mouth and swallow it near whole.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do that again, and she'll turn around and head back towards the table.
Hey, do you mind sharing some of that Jack Daniels with me, Olaf? As Mega will reach over to the bottle and just look at the scarred visage of Olaf.
Olaf had handed the bottle off to a nearby Cholo, but given Dr. Mega's reputation, he shouldn't have much trouble retrieving it or one like it
Oh, well, he'll
from
find
those nearby them.
a grabber bottle near someone. Well, it's the same. Like, I'm sorry, dude, I can't do anything about the scar on your face. But next time, if you do get messed up, you can always come to me and I can try and piece you back together first.
Yeah, it's alright, Doc. The scars are mine to carry.
And Maeve will pop back up with 3 more sandwiches and impishly chime in. Besides, they get all the ladies from Noddle Noddle.
And the big Viking turns a little red. Doesn't stop him from mowing down those sandwiches, though. Those poor sandwiches, they had such young and new in the world creations under Gaia, and yet this great predator, this hulking beast from the north, so heartlessly consumes them. How can he? How dare he? What heart of steel could force him to do this? Yet he does. It's kind of like watching some sort of horrific food processing machine just mash through things that used to be alive.
Jesus Christ, Olaf, I've seen you go for about 200 pop runs in one go, but you're really going for it now. Haven't you eaten for a few days or something?
Oh yeah, you betcha. Mostly been sticking to venison for the time being, but this is pretty good too. Gotta change things up every now and again.
Well, from what I gather, you've been taking these guys out on hunts, haven't you?
Oh, most definitely. There are parts of the woods where people just don't really go. New York, it turns out, can be pretty stingy, even in upstate, about giving out tags for deer and pheasant and what have you, especially with the harsh winter coming down and certain folks over in Game and Wildlife getting nervous about populations. But given that we are, of course, of the natural order, don't you know?
Okay, so what, do you actually hunt things in the park itself?
Oh no, not here. We got to drive a bit. Like I said, upstate New York, out in the woods out there.
Yeah, no, it's maybe I've been in the city for too long, but I kind of think of New York as just being New York City. I kind of forget there's the big ton of it out there.
Fair enough. I mean, this is a pretty vast place. It really started to creep up on me like that until a while back when I went home for a few days to visit my grandma.
Oh, I'm glad you could get back home and see your family for a little while. How is your grandma?
Oh, hale and hearty. Um, she never changed or nothing. She was keen, still going strong. Um, I mean, yeah, people get old and whatnot, but she's in her 80s right now. It just seems like she's pretty enduring. Doesn't even seem to slow down.
I think that's the key to it. If you keep going, you last longer. But if she's got get inside her, then I'm sure she's tougher than most.
Indeed.
Oh,
Hmm?
sorry, no, I'm sorry to talk a minute, but this morning I bumped into one of your cubs, the guy called Albert.
Albert. What about him?
No, he was in the Umbral escape and Luke was just asleep outside the huts, and I just said hello. But I get the impression that maybe he's the guy that's been causing you trouble. He told me that he had a run-in with Teeth of Titanium.
Yeah, Olaf doesn't look too happy for a second there. Well, I tell you what, cubhood, you make all kinds of silly mistakes, and he made the silliest of mistakes. He has since been punished.
Well, he did say that he's not going to make the same stupid mistakes again. So I think he's learned. And to be honest, if he's actually survived a run-in with Teeth of Titanium, he's probably used up 8 of his 9 lives.
Probably. Oh. Between him and another one, I'm kind of surprised I still have the full class, but at the very least, he's not going to be doing that again.
Well, the Guru always do something from attrition, but please, for the love of God, even if they're complete pains in the asses, try and keep him alive. I mean, I'm no Galliard, and I'm not really part of I don't know, it's the whole Guru structure, but after the last punishment moved by 3 Guru went in one night, we need the numbers.
I know, and it is my job to ensure that they live on to become hale and hearty Cleath, who hopefully go on for many, many years and rise in rank.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they will. Anyway, by the way, has Leah given you, it sounds stupid, she's given you a little doll?
2 of them, actually.
Okay, 2.
Yeah, one of me and one of the late Blitzkrieg.
Ah, but, of course.
She, I mean, I don't really know who else she could have given it to. I mean, it was going to be me or Skovgard, and honestly, he's kind of new to here.
Skovgard? Who the hell's that?
Eric Skovgard. Very, very new Arun. Well, I say very, very new to the Sept. He's also of my tribe.
And is he worth his blood? Is
So
it
far.
working? Oh, that's good.
I think as far as things go for Fostern and below, there's about 3 of us get wandering around. And of course, the 2 Adrins over near our territory in the park. There would be Frozen Hammer Raya, Bane Striker Raya, myself, Eric Skovgard, and my sister Lily.
Your sister?
Indeed.
How long has she been around for?
Not very long. Very recent arrival. Unfortunately, I couldn't really talk to her because of the ban I was under, which is now up. I'm kind of waiting for her to ken to it.
I'm sure she'll get back in contact with you when she can. But I'm sorry, but she's obviously a guru too, yeah.
Indeed, she bred true. Proven get at the rank of Cleath and a Theurge, no less.
Oh, Fearage, that's always good.
Indeed. If she passed through her right under the same den father that I did, well, she'd her work cut out for her.
Well, what's the saying? It's like train hard, fight easy.
True enough.
But
So
it seems-
far, she's made fast friends.
Well, that's good. It seems like I've been locked away just trying to learn how everything works with books and the rest of it. I've kind of missed half of the new people in the set. I'm going to have to be a bit more social. And actually go out with the number of you guys a little bit more these days.
Yeah, you're very busy. Got a big job. It's not unnatural for certain things to pass people by when they're learning new stuff like that.
Very true, but you have to make time for certain things.
Fair enough. Speaking of which, I know that at least one of her packmates has got to be wandering around here. Oi, Mikhail.
He'll be over by the table with Rand eating a sandwich, and I don't know if there's beer here, but I'm gonna say there is, and he's drinking a beer.
Oh, there's all manner of alcohol and things to
Of
smoke,
course
and
there
God
is.
help you.
He's making some poor life choices right now. And he will walk over to Olaf.
Where's my sister at?
She may be speaking to Kotori, or she may be speaking to Chases the Storms.
Neither of which I am really in any mood to even contemplate interrupting. Very well then, she is industrious.
Well, if she's a fairy, she's talking to the right people. Anyway, what's Hill? Mega will motion to this to Mikhail. I don't think that she met face to face before. Sorry, my name's Mega.
My name is Mikhail.
A pleasure to meet you.
Yes, the pleasure is all yours. I mean, mine.
Fine. And Mega will just hold out a hand to shake. And Mega will just hold out a hand.
He will receive it and shake your hand.
And so you're in a pack with this guy's sister here, I see. Or here.
Yeah, I'm the local Shadow Lord Foster, so I'm watching over the Cleats in the pack to make sure everything goes all right with them.
Well, Shadow Lord. I've always had a good relationship with the Shadow Lords in the Sept in the past. I have to admit, you guys don't seem to stay around as long as others, but you're always very handy to have around.
That's one way of saying it.
And sorry, if you don't mind me intruding, what auspice are you?
Oh, I am a half moon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It seems like everyone seems to be either Aruns or Ferges around here.
Yes, and it does get pretty heated at times.
Well,
I mean, there's what, not counting the truth catcher, who handles quite a bit more than either of us, really. There's 3 of us?
Yes, just 3 of us.
Oh, wait, no, must be the whiskey in my brain. Mei Lingrai has got to be around here somewhere.
Oh, I don't know her. Is she new or?
No, she usually does most of her work in the Umbra. Honestly, I'd only heard of her before we got acquainted, the once. But she is also Philodox, tends to handle a lot of things with wind spirits, probably monitoring and redirecting communications, if I had to guess.
I'm going to guess she's a stargazer.
Indeed.
Interesting. I would like to meet this person.
She is very polite, very quiet, definitely possessed of some distinct wisdom, which you'd have to expect being a half moon making it to Adrin.
Oh, of course. No rest for the wicked.
Honestly, surrounded by that many wind spirits, I'm surprised she isn't anything other than all day.
Ren is wandering over to offer a sandwich to Mega.
why, thank you, Ren. That's very nice of you. What is it?
She kind of eyeballs the sandwich.
From out of the bushes. That one is grilled steak, a little bit of ham, mustard, some ketchup. It's got all the good stuff. Red
Are you
onions
sa-
too.
Are you saying that while you're still cloaked?
Nope. Me talking, me popping my head out, breaks the cloak. Clearly visible.
Now
Oh.
she eyeballs the bushes. With Lucas in them.
Yeep.
And
It's probably not nearly as well hidden. Waves idly.
so
Gets a wave.
So I don't think hello, Mr. Bushman. I don't think we've met before either.
No, we met at a bar with a bunch of cops.
That must have been a while ago.
Luz is gonna go ahead and step out of the bushes, walk up to Mega, extend a hand. Lucas Mathis. It's nice to meet you again.
Well, pleasure to meet you again. Sorry, I can't recall you.
Say what?
Sorry, I can't recall you. Sorry, I can't remember you.
Don't worry. Maybe I'm in it like that.
And are you? Sorry, it's like your rank.
Ah, right. Excuse me, Reyes, for having an improper introduction. My name is Lucas Mathis, rank of Cub.
Well, I know Riot, but I still like to know who people are. But, well, I'm glad you're well. I hope you're not giving Olaf too much trouble, like some of the others.
Looks at Olaf. What's Olaf's face currently like?
He's pretty neutral actually. Like the less he's been drinking, and the more he's just been talking to Mega and people of his own rank and things like that, the more he's just kind of mellowed out to even.
Okay. Lucas is going to go ahead and turn back to Mr. Mega, Dr. Mega, whatever you want to be called. Goes ahead and gives a prime smile and says, "Oh, no more trouble than any other Ragabash Cub will give a din father."
Well, if you're a Ragabash, it's your job to give people trouble, but hopefully the right kind of trouble.
This one, and he actually wraps his big meaty arm around Lucas's shoulders, though it's more or less crooked around his neck. This crazy fucker goes all the way into space, doesn't fucking tell anybody, mind you. with that one, and he points out Mabe.
Yeah, by now she's probably out of the bush. Headed back
Stairs,
towards the girl. Freezes Sasquatch style mid-stride.
stairs. The biggest fucking thing I've seen in a while in the eye, and actually manages to survive just to drag the lot of us back up there to stare at it again, not die somehow. We get on a meteor in fucking space, fight all of the things apparently, and these two survived.
All throughout this particular rant, Lucas is like nodding as much as, Olaf's big meaty arms will allow and like pointing up. It's like, yeah, that happened.
The next time I think to bring these two into the Umbra with me, we go all the way to Glacier and go fight one of the most ancient things that, once again, I've seen in my mere 20 years. He pulls on these things' chains, knocks it on its face while I'm busy stealing one of its weapons, and Maeve over there runs up, takes the pass off, takes the whole thing away from it. These two cubs, they're alright.
Yeah, well, it sounds like, well, you're doing much more than a cub's job, but you might as well be a foster, and if you're doing that kind of shit already.
Yeah, it's like I tell a lot of people who are new here, welcome to New York.
Well, you get the benefit of probably being one of the most cosmopolitan seps in the country, but you also get the benefit of being on the front line a lot more. So, swings and roundabouts. Those that survive end up being a lot better.
Oi, where's Gino? Gino!
Chino is standing over by one of the cars, throwing dice against the tire with a couple of other. He kind of stands up. He's like, "Y'all, what you want, y'all?" Or Ryan, what you want, Ryan?
Oh, for the love of fuck. Gino, I was just about to brag about you. You gotta go screwing up the Raya thing.
I say it right, yo. No?
No, there's no N. There's never been an N.
What in? What you talking about? He comes wandering over toward you.
Anyhow, this one over here managed to get himself a deed name before he was even a fucking Cleith.
How the hell did you manage that, Chino?
Chino, he kind of looks down at his shoes. He's like, I don't know. We go, like I tell you, on the glacier thing, and this spirit start talking mad shit to me, yo, and he like saying, you like the wink link, and you're this and you're that. You need to fight me, and so I say okay. So I fight him, and he start pissing me off even more because he's just a punk bitch, and he just talking shit. And so I say, fuck this bullshit. You fucking lay down like the punk bitch you are. And he did. And so he say, I the Banebreaker. He kind of shrugs.
Banebreaker?
That's what he say.
Wow. It's like, well, congratulations, Banebreaker.
He grins and winks. Whatever, yo. That's what they call me. I guess.
Now, Talia, she's probably off training with something again. Talia, well, she gives Gino over here a bit of a run for his money. Not nearly as intense, so to speak, with the way she carries herself, right up until she starts swinging claws at things. It's like watching a lawnmower tear into things that aren't meant for lawnmowers.
It sounds crude but effective.
I tell you what, I've been glad for it on more than one occasion. She's going to make a fine Arun.
Well, it seems like even though they are giving you some hassle, you do seem to be quite fond of them.
I will put it this way. Their achievements are, of course, their own, and shared amongst those with whom they join battle next to. But there's always that little bit of pride that a teacher has when their students do well. And I would say that this class, for as much as it is tried to drive me to be the first guru in history to suffer from bleeding ulcers, has also done a lot to fill that bleeding hole with pride.
Gina kind of yells over his shoulder, "Hey, you drink some of that strawberry milk and fix that ulcer, yo."
That's true, Olaf.
Eh, eh.
Mix some
How,
tequila in it and make you forget about that ulcer, too.
how close is Ren to Olaf at the moment?
I think she's probably sitting next to him. If he'll
You
let
get
her.
poked. You get poked by a plastic fork. And Lucas goes ahead and mouths the words, "No tag backs."
Ren blinks at him. And blinks at the fork. Glances around. And then she reaches over and lays a hand very gently on Mega's arm and informs him, "You're it, Dr. Mega.
Like what?
You're it.
What do you mean I'm it?
You are it." She points at Lucas. No tag backs.
Okay. And Mega will look around him to see who's next to him, although he's not going to tag Olaf. Can I tag you back? Oh no, I can't, can I? God damn it.
No, sorry. That's the rules.
Hey, Mikhail.
Nope. Try again.
I don't think it works like that. He'll just tap you on the shoulder and say, "You're it."
Was he close enough to do that?
I might, we wander over to you, and then
Oh,
try and
okay.
run away.
Well, I'm currently it. And slaps Olaf's shoulder. Now you're it.
Who responds by just like turning that weird neck hug into a squeeze on Lucas.
And almost as if magically arriving on time just to be annoyed. Come get it. Walking up to the rock.
Garrett,
Olaf.
are you moving the rock?
It's a rock, it doesn't move.
It's been moving.
It's a big ass rock. How's it supposed to move?
I don't know.
Do you see drag marks?
I swear it's getting closer.
You're listening to the Narkin, aren't you?
They're around a lot more than they used to be.
I heard you have a tub now.
Apparently, I have parts of my home that I did not know I had. I have a bathroom now. I did not previously have a bathroom. I had to go to common areas. This is no longer a thing. I have my own bathroom that I do not remember ever having. One day, I just come into my cabin, and there's a door. Where does this door lead? Well, it leads to a bathroom, a fully functional bathroom. Modern plumbing is not one of the things I remember having. Just like I don't remember having the kitchenette, and I don't remember how the beanbag couch got there, and I definitely don't remember how I ever came to own a microwave.
Well, maybe worry about that instead of the Stargazer kin saying the rock is actually a turtle.
Oh boy, I hadn't thought of that.
Well, at least people are giving you stuff and stealing it. I mean, that's a good thing.
This is true.
This is a weird case of reverse theft.
Apparently, I think the worst thing that has come of my mass hospitality to... What is your new pack named?
It's unnamed.
It's unnamed, really.
Yeah. Nothing yet.
You mean that you spent more than 5 minutes around Dizzy, and yet your pack is not named?
She does not have a name for this pack.
Moral peony on that. Two successes.
All the successes.
I believe your filthy lies.
Can I roll as well?
Sure.
Oh God, yes.
You can beat
I
6.
I just want to see if I can.
Or do I need to roll again against you?
No, you're good.
You may want to
It's the
roll
same
again
lie.
against me.
Okay.
Because against me you didn't get any successes. Because of
That's
the increased
5.
difficulty.
I've got supporter. I've got -2 difficulty on social rolls.
Oh,
You
shit.
can't support yourself.
That cancels out, so... Yeah.
You can't support yourself. I don't care how much self-esteem you have.
Wait, it flat out says -2 difficulty on social rolls.
Apparently, you can only support other people. You cannot support yourself, which is what makes it so obnoxious.
Okay,
Alrighty,
so...
never mind.
Okay, so the
Okay,
rule
I'll reroll. What's the difficulty for you?
8.
If I could support myself, my social difficulties would be like 2.
Okay, so
Basically the same story that you told me last night. Dizzy totally does not have a name for your pack, and that is the story you are going with.
the pack does not have a name. Dizzy may have suggested something.
Alright.
Either way, the one bad thing that ever came of this is that for some reason, someone used the same knife to spread both mayonnaise on certain, what I assume were sandwiches, and peanut butter, which led me to the wonderful discovery of mayonnaise in my peanut butter jar.
Did you put it on your sandwich? How was it?
Disgusting.
It was an experience I do not care to repeat.
I'm glad you were the test subject on that.
Mavis
Now-
trotting back over to offer, offering Lucas one of the pyramid of yoo-hoos.
Takes the yoo-hoo.
That's why she is there to hear Garrett. Because yay, being legit.
Yeah, yoo-hoos. Drinks.
So what's everybody doing around?
Makes the extra effort to go ahead and take the yoo-hoo bottle. Like, reach around Olaf's massive arms, tilt his head up, and takes a drink from the strawberry milk.
Olaf finally lets Lucas go.
Bear hugs.
Yep.
So what's everybody doing around the rock?
It's like the 20-something cholos gathered, grilling, cooking, bouncing their cars.
Somebody better go ahead and describe this scene to William, who's just walking in.
Yeah.
Yep. Go, JC, go.
Okay, so basically all of Chino's kinfolk, like all of them, are here. They are drinking, hanging out, playing games. They've basically brought about 6 cars and placed them in a semicircle in the Sept parking lot. Put a couple of 50-gallon drums out with some fires in it to keep everybody warm. Pulled out the cooler, started drinking some beer and everything, and they're having a party to celebrate the end of the Glacier ban.
Right.
Letting Chino come back around his folks. There is a big table that is about now half covered in sandwich fixins. That probably there's a sign kind of laying on the ground now that says for Ren from Chino on it. And there's a red ribbon that's probably laying on the ground too, where Ren is going back and forth occasionally making sandwiches from. And I think that's everything, unless I missed something.
Boy, curfew ends and then the ban ends. It's been a good couple days.
Well, it seems like Chino is very close to his family, so of course he's going to celebrate when he can get back together with them. By the way, we've seen each other before, but we've not been formally introduced. Mega, Anthony Mega.
Garrett's eyes widen a little bit and he extends a hand. I've heard about you, Dr. Mega. I'm Garrett Cosma.
Pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind me asking, all the formal stuff, rank, tribe, all that bullshit?
Oh, that bullshit, yeah. Shadowlord, Ragabash, Cleeth, and Guardian. That's about it.
Yeah. Another Shadowlord. I've just met Mikhail today as well.
Yep. Brand new packmate of mine as well.
Well, more Guru is always good. And Shadowlords are always good as well. Like I said to Mikhail in the past, I've always had good relationships with your tribe.
Oh, that would make you an anomaly around here, apparently.
Well, let's just say people go by unnecessary reputation before they actually know what people are like sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, your daughter did something important for me.
Really?
She was the one that made me Guardian, and it's kind of made my life take off from there, so I appreciate what she did for me and just wanted to extend my condolences to you.
Well, thank you. If she saw promise in me, then she's obviously done the right thing, if you're doing the right thing, so that's all good. And yeah, I'm still getting over her not being here, but at least she had a good death, by Guru standards anyway.
Yeah. She did.
And, sorry, what's all this stuff? So you're in a pack, but your pack hasn't got a name?
Nah, it's kind of brand new, and no real winner of a pack name has stuck out yet.
So what, there's 5 different people saying 5 different things at the moment?
Yeah, 4. Really just one saying one thing, but there's 4 of us. Still need to petition a totem, make it official, all that, so we've got time.
It's like the totem's much more important than the name, so you better think about that one more carefully.
Well, we've got one in mind.
Well, as long as it suits your purpose and doesn't ask for too much of a shimmerage.
I wouldn't follow a totem if it had some kind of crazy ban.
Isn't that most of them, to be honest? I've not seen it, obviously I'm not a guru, but from what I'm learning, they can be pretty strict.
Well, let's just say this one won't have me diving into every dark corner of the Umbra looking for stuff. And he glances at Olaf.
You know I'd do it anyway.
Maybe.
It just so happens to be that I am very much in line with the totem that has chosen graciously to be the patron of my pack.
Does it also demand you attack people trying to stop your packmates from doing something stupid?
I tapped you on the thigh. You happened to get a Charlie horse.
And he throws his hands up. Alrighty.
Why you gotta be like that?
Now, gentlemen, let's not get testy.
Has your sister come to see you yet, Olaf?
Olaf shakes his head. No, she's apparently been quite busy.
Hmm. Well, she'll be there. She seemed pretty excited when I told her that the band was over.
Olaf nods. Indeed, it's been a while since we got to speak properly.
You know, I don't know what all the fuss was about. She's real nice.
And like at that point, Olaf, like, he gives him a look. I would say it's knowing, but you're not sure how.
Is that a P&E call?
Now I'll give you this one. It's just that, like, he looks like he knows something you don't, but is more than content to just let you discover it on your own.
I guess I'll see when we get on a proper mission then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, as long as it's the enemy and not me.
Yeah. Yeah. You betcha.
And Garrett's got a very large grin on his face.
Well, gentlemen, on that ominous note, I'm just going to say goodbye. I've had a very busy day today, and I'm just going to try and get some sleep with all this craziness going on downstairs. So, pleasure seeing you again, Olaf. A pleasure meeting you, Garrett.
Likewise.
And everybody else.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, Doc.
Will
Have a
do.
good night.
I'll try. Nice meeting you, Mikhail. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys soon.
All right.
And with that, Mega will just go into the treehouse complex to his little cabin and try and go to sleep with all this craziness going downstairs.
Seems like a nice guy.
He is. Even before he reached his current state, I always found him to be agreeable. Well, like one time I got to meet him before then.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? I heard he was something.
I don't know. I really don't. This is so far over my head.
Can he, like, do stuff?
I guess. Apparently he can do a level of stuff that warrants him being in a very direct and close working relationship with none other than the Alpha of the Sept herself, if rumors hold true.
Hmm.
I mean, even before then, the only reason that I had known of him when we first met is because I just hadn't been around that long. I was busy getting to know the lay of the land, poking my nose into things, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But afterwards, quite often, his reputation preceded him amongst the kinfolk. He's done a large number of services for this sept, many of which, of course, ran quieter corridors. Necessary all the same.
That's how it usually works out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unsung hero.
So, how'd that little scouting mission really go? I saw the report from the Guardians, but
Yeah. Banes everywhere.
Hmm. Another Tellurian assault.
It's looking like it, unless you want to fight an entire nest of rust spiders, I think they were called.
No. I'm good.
As it is, we didn't get more than an outside look at the place. It's like the report said, there's a bunch of cameras. The outer layer of security is once again thin, but if we're running off experience with these fuckers here, it means that when we get in, there's going to be who knows what.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's probably going to get loud at some point, and this is not a altogether isolated location.
You kill all the Banes that saw you?
And killed a couple of the Banes that saw us up close.
Hmm.
I mean, you got to understand
No,
these.
I get it. Yeah.
There were a lot.
Yeah. I just don't know what kind of warning system they got in place.
Honestly, I think Tellurian side, they probably canned on to us a bit. We tried to drive off, and while it may have been the world's silliest amateur tale, they tried to tail us.
Alrighty.
And their guard was just so eager to tell me about how many cameras they had.
Yeah, their guard was a dumbass.
He just breaks out laughing. That's putting it lightly.
Well, no, let's give the guard some credit. Mikhail here is very persuasive.
It's not hard to be persuasive when you're talking down Paul Blart on his lunch break.
Ah, okay. Never mind then. And Dizzy was there, right?
Yes, Dizzy was present.
She took first kill.
She did.
I heard.
Got a little fire in her.
That laughter is like perfectly timed.
I know.
Yeah, she took first kill, generally did well for herself during the mission, generally. Either way, she's alright, as far as I'm concerned.
The Rock has good representation.
Blink. So that's a name.
No, it's not. It's a place. It's right there, and he points to it.
Looks at it. Did it just get closer?
No,
I
it
don't
did not
know.
just get closer. God.
This is it. Days are gonna pass, and they're gonna blend into weeks, and eventually that thing is going to be the centerpiece of my fucking living room.
That's my roommate.
Olaf. The Rock is not moving.
It's fucking moving! Little by little, it's creeping up. You aren't paying attention, but I live here. I see. It gets closer.
You're panicking.
That's almost paranoia.
I might even call him a nasty word that he called me once.
Ooh.
Let's not resort to nasty words now.
I said might.
Nasty words. Woo. Got deeper than claves.
Out of character laughter. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Obviously, for whatever reason, either I am hallucinating or the rock's getting closer, but you know what?
What if
It doesn't
it's
ultimately matter.
what if it's your cabin that's moving?
Oh no.
That's why you don't see any tracks.
Have you ever
And
read
like
House
Olaf
of Leaves?
looks at it.
Oh,
I
Jesus,
don't.
House of Leaves.
I don't read fiction books.
I think it's a poetry book.
You better measure the outside of your house and then measure the inside of your house and see if it matches up.
I better.
Oh my God, you should do this right now.
I am not doing it right now. It's the middle of the night. I wouldn't be able to
I
sleep
mean,
properly.
we just don't know. Your house may be 10 miles from here
Huh.
in the morning.
What if a thurge awoke the spirit in your cabin and is commanding it to move while you're away?
What if this is
that
Lily's
one I would have
revenge?
figured out.
What if this is Lily's revenge?
This kind of sounds like some shit she'd do. If it's Lily, eventually when she figures the person gets the point, she fixes it. Also, if it's Lily, which it's probably Lily, she's not going to want to do it so bad that, say, she is not able to easily make use of the grounds, or Dizzy for that matter. They are the most frequent of my visitors. I can tell with Lily because I know telltale signs of when she has inhabited a kitchen, and I can tell with Dizzy because somebody doesn't like to spend less than 40 minutes in the bathroom.
What
Point being,
What if in the morning you're in Oz?
the fuck is Oz?
You just open up the door and there's the yellow brick road.
What's
And
the
a
other
bunch
big
of
road?
munchkin come out dancing around you, Olaf. Your 6
What's
foot
a
tall
munchkin?
Viking frame. The Lollipop Guild comes out.
What is a lollipop guild?
I don't know any of these things.
Lucas is currently burying his face into a plate and is using himself from the table and trying to find that one bush.
Okay, I'm good.
That was willpower roll, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. At this point, it's very clear that Olaf caught none of those references. This is just like the day where, even though Olaf was like in a replica Goku uniform, all the Dragon Ball Z stuff just flew over his head. As far as this giant Viking is concerned, he has no idea what Oz, the Yellow Brick Road, or the Lollipop Guild, or Munchkins are, and in addition, still, honest to God, thinks that Goku uniform was simply a sacred set of robes that he had to wear specifically for one mission.
You better prepare some chimnage for the Lollipop Guild.
What is this Lollipop Guild?
Serious Umbra shit. I don't know much about the Umbra, but even I've heard of them.
Chino walks over with a plate
Man, I am
of
so
potato salad he's eating, and he's kind of looking back and forth between them, and he kind of shakes his head and turns and walks back towards his friends.
I will consult with my sister when next I see her.
Please do. This is important.
I don't have the heart to pee any of this. I want this to happen so badly. Like, you have no idea how bad I want this. I'm
Are
not
you
going to
peeing
pee
in
any
me?
of it.
You're not?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
I want this to be a
I managed
thing.
to keep a straight face again, so I'm still good.
Oh boy. Jeez. I mean, I knew she was hacked off at me for, suddenly stopping with the letters and whatnot. But, I mean, she understands the circumstances. I still, didn't raise a ruckus when her, and by extension her pack, just started making use of my things and my cabin. I felt we were in an equitable position. But apparently, I am now in the direct line of fire for this Lollipop Guild, and can't decide if my house is moving or a rock is moving towards it.
Lucas goes ahead and sidesteps, shifts into Lupus. It gives a fucking hilarious laugh. I'm done. I'm done.
Just it's not the rock. I know that for a fact because all my shit's still there.
Wait, you're living on the rock too?
Yeah, I crash there every once in a while.
You have an entire apartment and you sleep under a rock.
Hey, pack.
Yeah, I am also in a pack. Notice that we all... Oh, wait a minute. We all pretty much on Sep, don't we?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Plus, I think there's really only so much room in Katori's den.
Yeah, that I couch surfed there a couple nights. It's pretty full.
Ah, boy. Oh, jeez. Fair enough.
Yeah, just be sure you consult with your sister. Make chimneys to her so she doesn't end up dropping you in the, you know. I like your cabin where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Oh, boy. All right. You know, I better just go looking for her. I can go look for her now and not
Yes, you
incur
can.
the wrath of the spirits. That is what I'm going to go do.
Do right. You go forth. Conquer.
And and Olaf does. He doesn't even hear that last part, man. He's off to go meet his sister in the Tryggvason fashion, which probably isn't that far from the friggin' Addams family when you think about it.
When Olaf walks away, Garrett pulls out his phone and starts texting. And other people are free to act.
Nope. Nope. I'm over there.
Nope. 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 Not touching this. Nope.
I thought he was just gonna lose his shit. Pulling out his phone is way better.
I better make a roll. No, I'm good.
Who's Garrett texting?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I don't think we could top that. I really don't. I think we're done.
And as Olaf wanders out into the night looking for the secret of the rock, Maeve apparently wants to do something else.
I think we're good.
And as the burgeoning bromance between Garrett and Olaf continues, the saga of the rock shall forever be known in the annals of the Tryggvason, because I can't pronounce the last name, family histories. Is that a rock or is that a turtle?
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We will see you next time on another thrilling episode of Is That a Rock or a Turtle? No, seriously, guys.